Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about a rumor. That rumor being that Disney is going to backpedal on their backpedaling.
Pretty much.
They were talking before about how Bob Iger said there were currently no plans for any more Star Wars movies. And now they're talking that maybe, possibly, they'll do a movie based on The Mandalorian, because that's bankable.
Because it makes money, and people like it. And that's like, I think the Baby Yoda Funko Pop is like the highest selling Funko Pop ever, and it's not even out yet.
So Baby Yoda the movie.
Yeah, well, I kind of alluded to that down here. I went and found this meme someone did about yogurt from Spaceballs, and I crossed out Spaceballs 2, and then I added The Mandalorian, and then I crossed it out and added the Baby Yoda show.
That's what it's going to be. I guarantee you next season is going to be the Baby Yoda show.
Next season, people mentioned, though, if they're doing a prequel, this is going to be a prequel movie to The Mandalorian. People said, though, does that mean Baby Yoda is going to be in it? Because that would be before he met Baby Yoda. But we all know that is not going to happen. Disney is definitely going to find a way to shove Baby Yoda into that movie, because they got to milk Baby Yoda for all he's worth. So it's probably going to take place before, but you're probably going to see what happens to Baby Yoda sometime 50 years before, just to make sure Baby Yoda gets in there too.
Oh my god, yeah, they're going to be like, it'll be like they'll have two different movies, and then they'll lead into the series at the end of it or some garbage. Now, this is just a rumor. We're going to talk about that. Before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We're almost 100,000, guys. Thank you so much for that. So this came originally from We Got This Covered. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, well, We Got This Covered isn't always the most reliable source.
That's why I keep stressing rumor.
And people are like, oh my god, it's not right. But then some of the rumors turn out to be correct. There were rumors floating around on Reddit and rumors floating around on YouTube about some of the Star Wars leaks, and they turned out to be right.
Right. So I just love how people get all mad. Like, it's not true. It didn't try to. It's like, that's what rumor means. It means maybe, possibly speculation. That's what rumor means. Anyway.
So We Got This Covered has been informed by our sources.
Could be sources.
Our sources.
It could be sources. We don't know.
Our sources.
We don't know if they're sources or sources. It could go either way.
The sources, the same ones who said spoiler would be revealed as a traitor in The Rise of Skywalker. Psst, no, I'm not going to ruin it for you. And who told us about the Rey Palpatine twist in the film. There's a Rey Palpatine twist. It's only been out for like 6 weeks now. The studio seriously considering making a Mandalorian movie due to the popularity of the show.
Are we surprised? Anybody surprised? No.
No, Pedro Pascal would obviously return as a titular.
I hate that word.
Titular.
Grr.
I'm going to just decide someday to be like, titular is no longer a word. Take it out of the dictionary.
Just because you have that power.
I have that power. I am the grammar lord. The idea is that would be a prequel exploring his life as a bounty hunter with Baby Yoda, I'm sure.
With the prior events of the first season. You know, and they said, clarify, it's not in the work chat, it's basic, but Disney is definitely keen on the idea, we're told. Right after Bob Iger says there's not going to be movies, we're going to focus on television. And right before that, they said they were going to do movies as early as 2022. So I wish they'd make up their mind. But you know damn well they're not going to do a prequel without Baby Yoda in there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they'll absolutely put Baby Yoda in it. And, well, that's why they were thinking they were going to do The Old Republic, is they were going to, highlight, like, middle-aged Yoda or something, and now that's out the window. Who knows? Basically, the long and short of it is Disney doesn't know what the hell to do with Star Wars.
What's making money? Let's go with that! Oh
Whatever makes money. Whatever makes money. That's what we're going to chase after.
Well, here's my thing. If they would make this movie, they flipping better have Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni do it.
Yeah.
Because if they take them out of it and put, like, one of their great choices, like Rian Johnson or something, you might as well just, dig a hole and throw it in. Because they're going to find a way to ruin it. What haven't we killed yet? Oh, The Mandalorian's doing good. Fans like that. Let's find a way to piss on that and ruin it.
Oh, I still think they're going to. I think they're going to push Baby Yoda. He's going to be like the Urkel of Star Wars. They're going to push him to the forefront. Instead of being this cute little addition, they're going to make it the Baby Yoda show. And they're supposedly going to do 5 seasons of this.
The Baby Yoda show.
The Baby Yoda show.
I'm already.
I know. The Baby Yoda show.
I'm already calling it.
That's the source right there.
The source.
That's the source. He is the source. Yogurt is the source.
I hear his source is as big as mine.
Use the source. So you were saying about Rian Johnson with his porg.
Oh my god. So yeah, he goes to the Academy Awards about something that's not even about Star Wars. It's about Knives Out. And he flipping wears porg cufflinks. This is either one of two reasons. One, either to like troll people, are too busy. Please don't forget about me. I still like Star Wars. Look, I made porgs. Look, I made porgs. Bring me back for Star Wars. Please give me a Star Wars movie. Please give me something Star Wars I can ruin again. Give me Star Wars.
Are they actual cufflinks or are they Disney Parks pins that he put on?
I have no idea.
They look like the Parks pins.
They do look like the Parks pins. But basically, he wore them to one, and then he made a big point of pointing it out. So it's 1 to troll, and 2, don't forget about me. Don't you forget about me.
Yeah, you're not allowed to forget about Rian Johnson. Now, here's the thing. They bring Rian Johnson in. That could be catastrophic. But now, this was floating around on Twitter yesterday. We're going to kind of go in here because there was a rumor that they were going to, big rumor they were going to bring George Lucas back to Star Wars in some capacity. Then the rumor was he was gonna co-write the Rogue One prequel, which makes no sense.
Yeah, because it's not even his stuff.
It's not even his characters. Obi-Wan I could see, but Rogue One, that doesn't even make sense.
And that was debunked as not true.
That was debunked as not true. Now this, I think Ichibaka put this out on Twitter yesterday, but now we've got media outlets being like, for the love of God, don't let George Lucas anywhere near Star Wars.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't let him near Star Wars. He invented. Well, to be fair, some of the dialogue and some of the choices that are made in the prequels weren't that great either. But they still look like masterpieces in comparison to some of the choices Disney has done.
Oh my God. So the prequel trilogy was a complete disaster. I mean, I don't think so. It's funny. We get these people, these commenters who are Disney Star Wars defenders. They come in and they're like, you're just a bunch of prequel haters too. And I'm like, I have said before, many times, at great personal risk to myself, that I actually like the prequels.
Wait, what's the risk to yourself?
Getting flamed all over the place.
Oh yeah, we got flamed because we came out and said didn't think Solo was that bad. We kind of liked it. Oh my God, people's heads exploded. How dare you? And we got it from both sides at that point.
Yeah, because I've said before that I've gone record saying it, and I'll say it again. Revenge of the Sith is actually my 3rd favorite Star Wars movie behind Empire and the original Star Wars. And I'm going to get a hell of a lot of hate for that, I know. But I like it. Is it perfect? Is the acting good? No, but I find it rewatchable because of some of the scenes.
They're just mad because people say the new movies make the prequels look good. And they're pissed about that.
That's what's going on.
They think that's a bigger insult than anything.
And that George Lucas had a story treatment for 7, 8, and 9. They tossed it out. Anything would have been better than what Disney came up with. I mean, I think with George Lucas, he's a great ideas guy. But I think his execution sometimes leaves a lot to be desired. So you bring George in, George tells the story, and then you bring other screenwriters or directors in to translate that.
Right, which is what they did with Empire and Jedi and stuff. And then, get it focused on what it needs to focus on. And then, tweak the scripts because the dialogue in the prequels was pretty bad.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody's going to argue that. Even the most ardent prequel defenders will tell you the dialogue and the acting in places were terrible. Yeah. But the overall story was solid.
It was deeper. I think it had deeper, ideas than what we're seeing in the Disney ones.
Oh yeah, because here it was George Lucas went back and we had very. The original trilogy was very kind of simplistic, but here he goes back and he's like, oh no, this is how Palpatine hoodwinked everybody. He played everybody against everybody else, and there was definitely, you could actually say that it was more political. The prequel trilogy was more political than the sequel trilogy.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but here's the thing, too. So he says, the Palpatine's done. He's gone. Yeah. It's wrapped up. Yep. So what's Disney do? They bring the Palpatine back and make Rey his granddaughter, therefore making it instead of the Skywalker saga, it's the Palpatine saga. Yeah, her slapping the name Skywalker at the end, onto her name doesn't make it the Skywalker saga. You've effectively just made it the Emperor's
New
Palpatine.
Groove.
Yeah, Emperor's New Groove.
That's what they should have called. That's what they should have called Episode 9. The Emperor's New Groove. Episode 9, The Emperor's New Groove. Yeah.
Oh, groovy granddaughter.
But at least you can. Oh God. At least you can see with George Lucas that there was a plan for the prequels. Say what you will about the execution, but he clearly had a beginning, middle, end to it. Whereas the Disney sequels, there's no
plan.
It's
all over the effing
They
place.
made it up on the fly. Nothing was set up. At least if George had been involved, there would have been.
Well, right. It would. Anybody who's come from a background where you're a storyteller, writer knows you can't just wing it like that.
No.
And beyond that, even the people who were like, oh no, there's a plan, it's all planned out, at the end of Rise of Skywalker, they're like, oh crap, guys, I think they're right. There was no plan. It's like, no kidding.
Yeah. So now we've got the media coming down, LRM Online, saying that no, bringing George Lucas back would be catastrophic. I don't think so. I don't think, as again, Lucas created Star Wars. He's a fantastic storyteller. His execution might be bad. He needs an editor, but he comes up with ideas that nobody had really thought of before.
And honestly, he knows it better than anyone.
Yeah.
He knows the audience better. He knows what has worked, what has not worked.
No, he doesn't. Rian Johnson knows better than George Lucas. Kathleen Kennedy knows better than George Lucas.
But I mean, do I think putting him completely in charge without anybody there to tweak it is a good idea? No. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't. But do I think putting him back in and letting him come up with the ideas and the direction is a good idea? Yes, I do. Because his problem isn't direction, it's execution.
Yeah, but I think it's funny. He's basically like, their point is, oh, George Lucas, the original Star Wars movie was very clunky.
But he was early on.
But it also was the film that cemented Star Wars as a cultural icon. Say what you will about it. I think A New Hope, maybe some of it's pretty rough and a lot of it was saved in editing. But to say we don't want the creator of this thing to come back in and screw up this thing
that's already been really screwed up.
It's so stupid.
What's their solution?
I don't know.
I don't really care about all the crap they give. What's their solution? We can be thankful for the ideas that he provided. The sequel trilogy may left fans divided, but the future of the franchise should put us as much distance between itself and Lucas as it should. No, I do not agree with that. The idea of a series like The Mandalorian, and would love to see the time between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens explore more. But I think the film should go 1,000 years into the past or 1,000 years into the future. Well, that's the same thing. Oh, past or future. Okay, never mind. And I think there are plenty of stories to be told. Well, I agree there's plenty of stories to be told, but at the end of the day, no matter what you do, no matter how you take it away, it's still going to be that 2/3 of Star Wars was George Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, this is so stupid. I can't believe you'd be like, I don't want the creator of this thing that I love to be involved with it in any capacity. I'm not saying give George complete control over everything Star Wars, but having him come in as a consultant, would probably go a long way.
Well, I don't know if it would be enough to have him just come as a consultant. I don't know what the solution is, to be honest with you. But I think George Lucas, with some assistance, could be much better than what we got.
Get George with Dave Filoni and...
Yeah, Favreau.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, I think Star Wars is in such a state right now that these media outlets are literally looking for any controversial opinion just to get clicks. Because
yeah, I think so.
They were riding the wave of Last Jedi hate, which has turned into apathy, and The Rise of Skywalker landed with a thud. And now nobody cares, but they got to keep that Star Wars news rolling because it was a huge part of their...
Well, my thing about... The reason I'm bringing this up at all is because I want to talk about that rumor about them turning The Mandalorian into a movie, because today they just announced price increases again, which for the parks, which normally happens in February. That's normal. But they keep jacking things up. And their quarterly meeting, they were talking about, price per spending. The attendance is up slightly, but the revenue's up a whole bunch in the parks because per spending per guest is up. Yeah, because you keep jacking the prices on everything. Food, passes, whatever. It's like they're just trying to find as much ways to bleed things dry as possible. That honestly sums up, I think, Iger.
Yeah, Iger basically get as much blood out of the rocks. Instead of, finding more rocks, we just bleed the rocks dry.
Right. So there's no way in hell they're going to let Mandalorian go without making a movie about it, and they're going to somehow shove Baby Yoda in there because what makes the most money? Oh, Baby Yoda.
Yeah, pretty much, because they don't know what to do. I mean, again, you're talking about, not bringing George Lucas back. George Lucas could come up with a bunch of stories that maybe some people could help him execute better, but he could come up with a bunch of story ideas that would be new. Whereas with this, it's just like Disney's just throwing spaghetti against the wall at this point.
How many flipping live action movies do we need of other animated movies?
Yeah, they're even talking about rebooting Turner and Hooch. That is literally scraping the bottom of the effing barrel. You have completely run out of ideas. And we have another video coming later today talking about Disney's box office in 2020 and how it's probably not going to be that great compared to 2019. And even 2019 wasn't as good as they tried to spin it.
Right, because stuff costs money.
Things do cost money. They're spending a lot of money. And people are like, Rise of Skywalker made so much money. I'm like, no, after you factor in all the marketing and the reshoots and just the expense of the movie, it probably didn't make a whole lot of
Empty
money.
theater tickets just don't buy themselves.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So, I don't know. Are we going to wrap this one up?
Yeah.
All right. So, countdown to the milking of Baby Yoda.
And I love The Mandalorian. It's really, really good. I mean, the beginning started off a little, I think, slow.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the first episode at the beginning. But then it was great. And I really, really liked it. And I'm really excited about the next season coming in October. I think it's October. But I mean, they have to. They can't keep their hands off it. They're just gonna keep poking at it until they ruin it. They're gonna find some way to ruin it. They just can't let things alone.
Yeah, they will. They'll just ramp up the Baby Yoda. They'll find other cutesy characters to insert into it to make more merchandise. They're totally gonna ruin it. I have no doubt. So, all right, we're gonna wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.